we welcome Ayush Gupta of Fleurish. Fleurish is into workplace wellness. They work directly with employers of various organizations and address the health concerns that they have for their employees. And the best part is that they continue to work towards the well-being of various employees even during the lockdown. So Ayush, welcome to the show. Would you like to elaborate on that?
Thanks, Arushi. Thanks for having me. So the areas in which we are working with the corporate right now, specifically five things. We are working towards employee engagement through various kind of mindfulness and meditation plus yoga related classes. That is one. Second is immunity boosting through various programs, through various methodologies that we have, so that their bodies is more enabled to fight with the disease. Third is towards different kinds of helplines that we have, whether it is psychological or diet oriented, or even having some sort of a physician's advice and help. The two solutions are directed towards the business people, specifically having a little more business clarity on how to deal with this current situation and flourish thereafter. And finally, to some of the medium and large size organizations, how do they communicate with their workforce in a better and a more organized way, especially these troubled times?
Out of the five services that you offer, which of them has experienced major demand during this lockdown?
Right. So this is a very good question. Thank you for this. So basically two things primarily. So one is towards yoga and mindfulness and meditation, breathing exercises, those kind of sessions. That is one category, and the other category is towards mental health plan. So psychological need is definitely one thing which jumps out.
Are you also finding the employees or the people you're working with, they're anxious given the current scenario?
Absolutely, they are. I mean, this is not something that we are used to. This is not something we have been trained to adapt and learn and fight with. So yes, I mean, the situation is very confusing. Often the reaction is quite knee-jerking. And one of the biggest problems that people foresee, because we are not aware of, how long this period is going to be. So it is undetermined at this particular point. So employee engagement and keeping them motivated is one very, very difficult task at their hands. So they can't lay off people all of a sudden in this situation, and they would want the people to work towards particular specific areas that they are supposed to work on. They would like to have some level of productivity, but more than that, they would want their workforce to be sane, not to lose their minds, and be focused enough and be proactive enough for their work environment and also at home. Be remain fit and so on, and just enjoy life or just be in life the way they are supposed to be.
How's been your experience of taking your training program online, both for you and for your partners?
Yes, so some of the organizations that we work with, it has been a mixed bag of experiences basically. So there are two parts of it. So we also have to learn and adapt, and this is something we are trying to sort of teach with whosoever we work with. So one is the BD part. So we would like to meet the person and look at the environment in the office and thereby discuss and suggest certain things. That's how we used to do things. So that's gone now. So it's all online, and it's trying to assimilate informations whatever we can. In terms of delivery, we were into very, very physical sort of delivery aspect. Now it is all online. It has both good and bad aspects. The bad aspect is that, when you're talking about something such as wherein you have to physically work with people, so you can't see their body postures and you can't see their movements. So those sort of insights at an individual level may be difficult. But having said that, we also have an opportunity to work with a larger set of people. So that focus, attention, and availability and the response is more there.
So Ayush, your organization has been working towards the well-being of the employees of other organizations. So what have you been doing towards the wellness of the employees of your own organization?
So yes. So we work internally through the wonderful eclectic mix of panel members that we have. So there are yoga and fitness oriented sessions both in the morning and in the evening where people enjoy and feel alive basically. And if there is some sort of psychological assistance as well as medical assistance required, so that availability is also there. We also have some interesting art therapy related sessions just to keep it interesting and extend it to a wider community as well.
Do you think your clients or your partners are going to be more proactive now about the well-being of their employees post the corona?
So I think what organizations would be a little more mindful towards is setting their priorities right. There have been a lot of wastefulness or a lot of spend around things which are not really necessary, and I think that is one thing which is definitely going to be there. The second, a huge impact would come towards a revolution towards technologies which aid in work from home sort of activities. So internet speeds should perk up. Different kinds of tools would be adopted a little more, etc. So unified communications, etc. There would be a lot of work which will be happening in that area. And the third thing, which I think would be that the organizations should be, and I think would be, a little more mindful towards health and well-being of their employees.
What changes have you done to your business plan or business model due to the lockdown?
Yeah, I mean, the first thing is obviously we were supposed to be very physical in terms of delivery. So now it's completely online. So the way we execute has completely changed. But that was relatively easier for us because all it required was a little bit of training and adoption, etc., etc., and we are up and running. But having said that, the learning curve was there, and there was a little bit of mindset change which was required. So that's there. Uh, but more than that, it was about when we discussed with our clients, helping them change their mindset in terms of how delivery should be taken. So that is something we are working with.
What's your advice for startups and entrepreneurs to sail through this crisis?
So I think organizations should be not having a knee-jerk reaction to the current situation. They should still be looking post-COVID, but at the same point, they should also try and learn and adapt. So adapting to the current situation is important, and still having a little longer-term view on how things could be and should be, etc. It should be their view. And the second thing I would definitely like to emphasize upon is that you once your business models and everything is sorted, you are very clear about your strategies. uh, the thing which is going to deliver for you is your workforce. So because of this current situation, now you know how important health and well-being is. So take care of your workforce and try to get the best results that you can post COVID. Best of luck.
Thank you so much, Ayush.